up? What's up? It's Chef Charlie. This is Chef Charlie's Kitchen. I'm getting started with my game day special. I have just a game day theme, but y'all know that I try my best to, try healthy substitutes and just incorporate as much vegetables and fiber into my diet as I possibly can, because we all know, even though food is delicious and we love to eat, we also have to eat foods that are good for our bodies. So that's what I'm doing. So even though this is a game day theme, and usually on today people will be eating like wings, burgers, fries, or whatever, so I kind of just went along with that, and I just tried to do the healthy version of everything. Just, what I'm saying, add a little extra veggies where I could, a little extra fiber where I could, whole wheat where I could, as opposed to a lot of carbs and whatever. Okay, so today on the menu, Chef Charlie's game day themed menu will be Asiago ranch beef burgers and lemon pepper buffalo cauliflower wings. Y'all, I'm so excited about it. Like, I know the burger's gonna come out good, and listen, I'm a meat eater. Like I said, y'all know I'll never shy away from meat in any way. I love my bacon, I love my sausage, I need my chicken, I get it. So you know what I'm saying, I still do enjoy meat, but like I tell everybody, I am the most vegan meat eater, like, I love a good vegan food if it tastes good. Anything that tastes good and is healthy for you, I'm here for it. Just don't tell me that it has no flavor, and it's healthy for me. Like, it doesn't taste good, but I have to eat it because it's healthy, because I'm not here for it. That's not really how I'm set up. And yeah, I just can't do that. So it gotta be good. Like, I don't play no games. So if it's tofu, which I have yet to taste tofu that I like, if it's tofu and it tastes good and it's healthy for me, and actually tofu is not healthy for me, so scratch that. Even though it's soybeans, it's so processed, it's just about as processed as McDonald's food. Like, tofu is really not that great for you. It's just not meat. But so I would say eating meat is actually better than tofu. But you know what I'm saying? So if I can fry some cauliflower and season it up really good, and make it look like buffalo wings, and it's still better for me than buffalo wings or whatever, then I want to do that. So even though these are wings, they're cauliflower, so they're going to be the vegetable side to my burger. I said all that to say, so I'm really excited because I in the last video I told you I was going to the store because I had to get some bread. So this is what I got. This is what I ended up getting: 100% whole wheat thins. So I had a choice between this one and the regular size hamburger buns. They were whole wheat too, but they were just like the regular puffy ones, but these are the thin ones. So I looked at the back. So what was the determining factor on what I bought as far as bread was the price, and so this one is 140 calories per serving, but what interested me was that it's 14% dietary fiber, only 10% carbohydrates, 13% sodium, 0 cholesterol, etc., etc. Plus, this is a thin version, which means it's automatically going to be less carbs, because it's less actual bread. So that's why I got this one, and these were cheaper than the other ones, about 10 cents. But I was like, I'll get these because I actually never tried these, and it seems like it'll really, since they're thin, it won't take away from the burger and the flavor. It won't take away from the burger being the star of the sandwich. So I'm warming up my oil in this pan right here. This is where I'm going to fry up my cauliflower wings. And so these are my cauliflower wings. I seasoned these, and they've just been marinating for at least about 2 hours. I've been marinating them. Just make sure I get that good flavor in there. But I seasoned these with Texas Pete Dust. I saw this when I went to Georgia for Christmas, and I saw it in the grocery store while I was shopping. I actually posted a video when I found this. When I went shopping with Cousin Candy. So go back down there and watch the video where I actually found that seasoning. But in these wings I have cumin. I use cumin. I use chicken seasoning. I use lemon pepper, but all of my lemon pepper is gone. I use the rest of it in there. But I use lemon pepper seasoning. Little salt, little pepper, fresh lemon juice. Y'all, so we have a lot of fruit trees in my neighborhood that I didn't know, and I'm literally just discovering that. So I was walking around the neighborhood, and I just ran up on a lemon tree. So I literally just picked a few lemons off. And everybody in the neighborhood is really friendly about their fruit trees because, you know, their fruit trees have probably been there for years, maybe before they bought the house and stuff. So everybody shares, and it's a really good system that's in my neighborhood. So I grabbed 3 of the lemons, and the third one I actually squeezed into the burger mixture as well as into the cauliflower wings. So, but I want to show y'all those. They're really good, big, and juicy, and I picked them off the tree myself. So, you know, anytime you can use anything super fresh, and especially if you pick it yourself, you know, you always want to do that. So, I'm about to get these wings started. I'm really about to get both started because my skillet is getting hot too. I turned it down a little bit, but I use cumin, chicken, chicken seasoning, salt, pepper, lemon pepper, and that Texas Pete Dust. And I put a little bit of egg in this because I was worried that the flour wouldn't stick when I fry it. So I just did that as a just in case. Alright. So I really want to put my burgers down first, honestly. In my burgers, let me let y'all know what I got in my burgers. So this is what my burger mixture looks like. I just got it in one big ball right now. And I'm actually going to, I don't know if I should make 2 burgers with this or 3, because it's kind of a lot. So I'm going to go with 2. It's really big though, but I'm sure they're going to shrink. But so in this burger mixture is lemon pepper seasoning, ranch seasoning mix in the little packet, a little bit of that. I use Cajun seasoning, Tony Satchers. I use a little bit of basil. I use basil in there, and I'm remembering everything. Oh, I use freshly grated Asiago cheese. And y'all, so when I was making the cauliflower wings, like, you know, and I was cutting the cauliflower, you know, little pieces of cauliflower will pop off, right? And it kind of reminded me, well, that is how people make cauliflower rice, right? So I was like, man, I don't want to, you know, these are too small to fry as wings. So what did I do with it? Because I only used a half a head of that cauliflower. So the little pieces that were falling off, it was a good amount of pieces that fell off. I just put it inside of my hamburger mix. So you see the white in the mix, that's Asiago cheese, but the little chunks of white are cauliflower pieces. Now, anybody who make their own burgers, or have eaten homemade burgers, they know that a lot of people, especially in the South, they like to put onions in their burgers. Me, I hated onions in my burgers growing up. Like, I like burgers, but I just didn't like those pieces of onion throughout because they didn't cook good enough and they were crunchy. And as a kid, I didn't like crunchy onions. Now, I don't mind it, right? So I decided, you know, that's a healthy kick that we could have added to the burger. So we got pieces of cauliflower throughout here as opposed to onion. It's still going to add flavor. It's creative, and you're using everything, because usually when somebody cuts up a head of cauliflower or broccoli, and those little spriggets that come off of it, those end up going in the trash if you know, if you're not going to use them. So I'm super excited. gonna go ahead. I just separated my burger. So I just separated my burgers and put it into two. So now I'm just gonna, you know, roll it up, get a good ball on it, and place it down into my pan. My oil for my wings are ready, and I put a little bit of egg in this too to kind of hold it together. So I'm expecting it to stay held together. I realize this is a big burger, but I'm counting on it cooking down too. And I'm putting indentions in it so that it doesn't shrivel, because those sandwich thins, the surface area on the bread is actually kind of big. So I'm going for a big burger so that way it can fit the whole sandwich and it doesn't like shrivel up and you end up eating all this bread with just a little piece of burger in the middle. You know, you want to have a piece of meat and a piece of bread in every bite. That is my goal. So that's why I'm going with bigger burgers. All right. Boom, look at that. That looks really good. You can see all of the ingredients in it. You can see the cheese, pieces of cauliflower. You can see the herbs. You can see the spices. So that's a good burger. And that marinated for about an hour and a half to 2 hours as well, because I started working on both the cauliflower and the burgers at the same time. So now we're going in, and that's going to be really good. Let me go ahead and throw the other one in there so I can start paying close attention to my oil, because I turned it down. And I don't want my oil to burn. This one seems smaller than that one. I guess I didn't do it exactly in half. But since they already started cooking, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. Well, first we're gonna start off making a ball and getting all of the cracks and air out of the thing. So then when you do flatten it out, you won't get too many cracks. Okay, and just flatten it out a little bit, and make sure you always put that indentation in there so that way your burger does not shrivel up and get all small and weird looking, you know, and be crying for help like, oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, so ooh, it smells so good. Like, you know how you smell the burger and it just smells like it got all of this good seasoning and it's just gonna taste the bomb. Like, that cheese really got it going off, y'all. Like, it really got it going off. Like, and the Asiago cheese is aged. It's aged Asiago cheese for 5 months. So that means it's very strong, very flavorful. That's what it means. And I'm going to turn my flame up just a little bit on these burgers because I want to get a good crust. And that cheese is going to give me the crust I want because it's going to melt first and start creating that nice little cheesy crust around it. Alright, so burgers are in. Now I need to work on these wings. And drop them down. Drop them down. Drop them down. Down low. Washing my hands real quick, y'all. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, child. This is Sundays in Chef Charlie's kitchen right here. Okay, this is a game day theme, alright? Now, even though those Saints lost today, you know what I'm saying? They went in overtime with them Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings. Was that the Vikings that they played? No, I don't even remember. They had on purple. I think it's the Vikings. And I really feel like the Vikings is kind of like why we didn't last year too. Why we didn't go to the. All right, let me stop getting distracted because this place is starting to burn. Okay, so cauliflower wings, seasoned up, marinated. I'm looking forward to it. What do I have? Listen, this is fried chicken, y'all. What do you do with fried chicken other than put it right inside of your flour bag and you shake it up and you put it in the grease, because that's how you fry chicken. All right. Just so we put. Alright, y'all, so I'm just gonna take my wings and put them one by one inside of the bowl, inside of the bag. Alright, and the way I cut them, see, I kept them pretty whole. I kept the florets pretty whole because I want it to actually look like a chicken wing too. Like when you grab it and you pick it up and you take a bite, I want everything about this to feel like chicken. Okay? Alright, so let's hurry up and get these wings up in here. This is about a 10 piece, so I used a whole head of cauliflower. I mean, I used a half of a head of cauliflower, and it made about 10 good thick pieces. So it was like a 10-piece wing. A half of a head of cauliflower makes 10 pieces. So a whole head will make a 20-piece wing. All right. Okay, y'all. Let's see. Let's hurry up. Let's hurry up because I want to get these wings up in here. Alright. So boom. And here's the shape. You push the air out your bag a little bit and leave a little room for them to move around. This is how I shape mine. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I'm just adjusting the heat on my burgers right here. So I have not made my wing sauce yet, but I just plan to melt down some butter and add a little bit of Texas Pete and maybe the rest of that ranch dressing so the sauce can be a little creamy. That I'm gonna toss these wings in. All right, so let's see what they look like. Ooh, man, y'all, this is chicken. Period. It's chicken. Look at how that looks. All right, let me calm down. I'm getting too hyped. But now I'm about to drop them in. I'm about to drop in the chicken. The chicken wings, y'all. Ooh, okay. Nice little sizzle. You know what I'm saying? Let that sizzle in your spirit. I'm letting it sizzle in my spirit. Okay? Vegans, obviously, you won't put butter on yours, but I do have I did try out a cashew butter, like a nut-based butter. That works just as fine. You can melt a cashew butter down and add your hot sauce or whatever flavor you want to add, barbecue sauce, whatever, and cook it up. But yeah, this really does, like, it's frying like chicken, like. And this is raw cauliflower. It's not steamed. Don't try to steam this because you want it to be raw and hard. You want it to be hard. So that way it'll stand up to that frying like chicken does. Since this is a vegetable, you don't want to steam it first because it's just gonna get kind of weird. It's gonna get what's that word called? Like mushy, you know. So I got still a few little pieces of cauliflower that's not like full pieces, but I'm gonna throw it in there now. I'll handle those last. So y'all, yay. Okay, so everything's on. Everything's on. I just got a few little pieces, little small pieces left. And I'm just looking at my heat, checking on my heat. And I plan to flip these burgers one time, y'all. So I know y'all looking like, oh, she ain't checked on the burgers. I'm watching them. But I only want to flip them one time because they got a lot of stuff in it. And I don't want to, chance breaking them, and I want them to cook all the way through and get really good and crispy on each side. So I'm letting this stay down for a while. And these wings, these cauliflower wings, they're looking great. So while these are frying, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and start making my my butter sauce for it. So I don't know how many of you guys are Texas Pete fans, but I know my auntie is a really big Texas Pete fan. And that's all we, in Georgia growing up, that's all we ate was Texas Pete. And then I come to realize when I moved here that they don't sell Texas Pete hot sauce at my local grocery store. So that was kind of whack. Here's my butter. I'm just going to use half of this stick, y'all, because it's only a 10 piece. I would probably use a whole stick. Probably still not even a whole stick if it was a 20 piece, because butter, you know, you don't need a lot of it or whatever. So I'm just going to use half of this stick. I'm going to break it in half and just put half of a stick in the whatchamacallit, the microwave, I mean, the whatchamacallit, the microwave. And anyway, that whole Texas Pete story was to tell y'all basically that when my daddy was here for Thanksgiving, he bought him a personal bottle of Texas Pete because he just couldn't bring himself to eat the Louisiana hot sauce, which I understand. That's how I was too when I first moved here. But now I'm used to it. And he took his bottle with him, so it wasn't as if I was going to be able to have that Texas Pete. Because I think I made a comment like, I'm used to this one now. And he might have... like, you know, I kind of don't really like the taste anymore because I'm used to this one. I think I said something like that. So my daddy took it upon himself to bring his hot sauce with him. And I didn't even realize he took it until right now when I was looking for it, bro. Crazy, right? But anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of this Louisiana hot sauce in there. Just a little something, something. And then I'm gonna sprinkle it with my Texas Pete dust. Okay, so I still got a little Texas Pete flavor in there. A little dust on there. A little dust. A little dust. Alright? Put that dust in there right on top of my butter, just like that, y'all. Right on top of my butter, make it like a night. Now I already put some of this Texas Pete on the actual wings too. So I'm gonna chill with the sprinkle. And the last but not least, I'm gonna add the rest of my ranch seasoning to it. Which it wasn't a lot, it was like a little corner, but I think that would be a good little extra flavor in there. So now I'm about to put this in the microwave for, I don't know, maybe like, I put it for 3 minutes, but it'll probably be less than that. Now I need to close I need to close the kitchen door and open the hallway door because it's starting to get a little smoky in here. And okay, so boom. So this was next. Alright, them burgers looking like they looking. Okay, them babies looking like they looking, alright? So I'm just gonna flip over my wings. This look like chicken, y'all. I don't know. They might have been on to something, them vegans, y'all. You know, I'm just saying. They might have been on to something, okay? So we'll see what happens, y'all. Looks nice and crispy. I'm turning them over. And I'm gonna turn them up. I don't want to turn on my fan because I don't want it to blow my fire. Because right now my fire is doing great, so I don't want to turn on my fan. And if I turn on this one, I'm going to turn on low because I don't know if y'all be able to hear me over it. And that's on low. So my sauce is kicking in the microwave. And I'm going to get my spatula and lift up one of these corners of the burger and just see what it's looking like. Okay. Yeah, it's not ready to flip yet. I can tell it's still pretty meaty. So I'm going to let it stay. I'm not going to try to flip it right now. I'm not ready for it yet, but actually, I want to flip it because I don't want it to, it's starting to fall apart. Solid broke. Alright. And they're kind of dark. Okay, I'm going to let the other one sit in there for a second because I don't want it to break like this one. So I'm starting out. So when stuff like this happens, y'all, I can't hear myself think. And then the microwave is on too. I really can't hear myself think. Hold on, let me check the microwave actually. It's done. That's why I was coughing. I got some hot sauce in the microwave. So the butter is melted. It looks really good. I think I want to add the rest of that butter though because I need this sauce to be a little more creamy. Can't lie. And I'm going to turn my fire down too. Just a little bit. Because it looks darker than what I wanted it to look, but I was expecting it to be dark because of the cheese. But I'm actually not satisfied with these results, guys. Not the first time ever, I don't think, but, you know. We're just going to turn that fire down and let this one cook. And I'm not going to touch this one because I'll have one burger tonight. I will have at least one burger tonight. And I'll let y'all know how it comes out. So let me add a little bit more of that butter to this bowl. And alright. Yeah. This will still make a good sandwich. It'll just be a piece of the burger, right? But yeah, I'm about to pull these wings off. They look great. And I got a couple more pieces to throw up in there with it. And I'll let let this burger just sit there and get cozy. There's lemon juice and buttermilk in here because the ranch dressing has buttermilk. I'm starting to now. So when something goes wrong with what I cook, this is a chef's mentality. When something goes wrong with what I cook or it doesn't come out how I want, I start to think about what I did, what I put in it, how, you know, like what could have caused it to come out this way or that. So I'm thinking that the burger, the meat itself may have been too soft, too tender, because the lemon juice is going to break it down. The buttermilk is going to break it down. Both of those are tenderizing agents. So I'm thinking maybe the meat was too soft, so when I tried to turn it, it broke. I'm sure it's still going to taste really good, but I want to keep this burger whole as much as possible, so I turn my heat down. And I'm about to pull these out right now. I need y'all heard me ripping my my paper bag. Okay, because these are chicken wings, y'all, we have to treat them as such. So I said all that to say you gotta put them on the brown paper. On the brown paper bag, or it doesn't count as chicken. Alright? Alright, so let's pull them out and see what they look like, y'all. They look really good. Where's my tongs? Where's my tongs? Where's my tongs? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for my tongs. I found them. Okay, so this is my pan with my brown paper in there. Ooh, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. This look pretty good. Like, I ain't even gonna flex. Listen, that's chicken. Look at this. Look at us. Look at us, y'all. Look at us. That's chicken, bro. It's chicken. Period. It's chicken. Ooh, y'all dropped it. I'm sorry. I dropped it. I need to bring them out because that one broke because it was soft, which means it's done. So let's pull them, and then I'll give y'all a better look. Pull it out. Okay, because we gotta put it on our brown paper bag because it's chicken. Alright? I hope I made myself very clear. Alright, I don't know how much clearer I can make myself about the fact that this is actually chicken. Okay? But y'all, I'm really happy with the results though. Look at them. Look at them. They look like little chicken wings sitting up there on that plate. Look at that. That looks great. So, now we gotta try one. But I think I want to try, I really want to try the little pieces that I had left in the bag. So, alright, the other little baby is looking better over here. I'm not too worried or concerned. The other little baby is doing pretty good. I'm not going to bother her at all. I'm going to let her stay right there and be a good little baby for mama. Okay? So, okay. Just a few little pieces left to throw in here. Very small pieces. So it won't take as long to cook. But y'all, since this is almost a 30-minute video, how's about I meet y'all back on part 2 with the results. And we definitely doing a mukbang with this because I want y'all to see my reaction when I taste this. First time making cauliflower wings, first time trying them, like eating them myself. So I'm going to give y'all a full situation, let y'all know how I'm feeling about it. I'm going to slice up some avocado. I'm going to get my butter mixed up inside of my wing sauce. And I'm going to throw this on my wheat bun. I'm going to toast my wheat bun, throw it on there with some cheese and some avocado. And I'm coming to sit down with y'all. This is Sundays in Chef Charlie's Kitchen. Game day theme. Saints lost, but who that anyway? Okay. Check me out on part 2. See you there. Follow, subscribe, like, and comment. Oh, I don't want to stop.